Oh, I think we should start now. Okay, no. You ready?
Mm?
Okay, well, they're for you.
They're for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nicely wrapped. They're for me.
Yeah, you have to open one first.
Oh.
And read it. It's got number 7 on it. This one. That's it. Now you need to read it out loud. Not loud, just your normal voice.
My darling Edie, it's often said that one of the hardest things you'll ever have to do is to grieve the loss of a person still alive. The truth about dementia is the grieving started long before the diagnosis and will continue long after I finally lose you forever. Edie, I marvel at the way you have accepted this cursed disease and maintained such dignity, poise and grace. You never show signs of frustration and anger, even when I do. You remain calm and composed when I'm struggling. And when I apologise, it's always, "That's okay, darling." The longer we have together, the more my love and admiration increases. You amaze me. In those ranting moments, you don't allow my mood to destabilise you or spoil your contented state. My failure in 3 moments of impatience are full of regret and so hard to bear until I look at you and a tsunami of love consumes me. I can't begin to tell you the lessons I've learned in our lives together, especially since we've had to face dementia. But how I hate this despicable disease which continues to rob us of your intelligent, engaging and logical mind. At times my feelings erupt and I can feel so overwhelmed, so inadequate, so sad and so exhausted. But when I look at you, my darling Edie, there's no judgment, no resentment, no fear. How you bear it so well is beyond me. But you do bear it incredibly well and you inspire me to be more than I am. We would never have imagined this was to be how our last years together would be. Never in a million years. But we are truly blessed to have such love, loyalty and trust even when times are difficult. Mostly calm prevails because we are entirely committed to each other and handling dementia in the best way we can. I know you know how much I love you and you continue to show me your love and goodness. You deserve the best of care and attention and that is what I promise you, with the odd failure in patience thrown in. But even in those moments of humanness, my prayer is that you will always feel safe and loved. All my love forever, Anne. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. It's only the first one.
I just found a few cards that I wanted to read out to give something of. Edie always made a real treat of my birthday, and for weeks before she'd always tell me how much time it was to my birthday, and she always spoiled me. And sadly, for the few years before Edie was diagnosed, she forgot my birthday, so I didn't get a card or anything. So it's really lovely to have these. But Edie says here, "Dear Anne," the picture is of 2 women just relaxing and enjoying the beach. The picture on the front reminded me of the feelings, closeness and deep love we developed in Ireland. It was such a special time for us, and the special times keep rolling on. Bring on life, have a wonderful birthday, and let the good times roll. I love you, Edie. And that was probably 16 years ago, that one. And another, to my darling Anne. Roll on maturity, wisdom, life, fun, froth and bubble. Thanks for your love, support and guidance in getting me, you and us to where we are today. It's a pleasure and privilege to share my life with you. Love, love and love more. With lots of hugs and kisses for your birthday. So my birthday was always special. So I think probably something about the letters is also wanting to cling to something about a communication that, you know, that we've always had that's been really special. And if this is the last opportunity we get to write meaningfully to each other, then that's something that I will treasure for a very long time. You know, we so often have these feelings, but we don't really express them. And what we now have, you know, for Edie, wherever she is, she'll be able to take those letters out and read them, and to see the expression on her face when she was reading the letters was really lovely. Yeah, so that's something about what we're doing, and I suppose we're hoping that others, in seeing the exchange of the letters and in seeing the film about Our Hearts Are Bigger, that in some way they're able to get in touch with their own feelings within their own relationships, whatever those relationships are, and just to tune into what their feelings are and begin to express those feelings to the people that they really want to express them to, and not wait until it's too late to have that meaningful exchange.
I don't know how many I wrote for it, but I know I wrote a few. They're the ones I wrote.
Yeah, you wrote like many letters. Many letters.
Many letters.
Yeah. It's got Anne on it.
Must be for you.
Must be. Would you like to hold them? Oh, look at this. This is nice.
Got a heart sticker.
Yes. Oh, this is gorgeous. Darling Anne, I love that you are such a real and natural person. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Well, the connection changes because Edie isn't necessarily able to articulate what is in her mind, what her thoughts are. And so I have to do a lot more interpreting and watching closely. But she's easy to read, and I think people with dementia are easy to read. I think they do let you know what is in their mind and what they're wanting. You can see when her face lights up, it's something that she's really happy about. You can see that when she is quiet, perhaps she's tired and she needs to have an earlier night. But the important part of our connection is there's always been a strong physical connection, and Edie's much more spontaneous now than she ever was before. She's much more loving now than she ever was before. She keeps telling me how much she loves me, and she keeps showing me how much she loves me. So in many ways, Edie's more uninhibited about her expression of her feelings, and of course, that's a great thing for me. I really enjoy that. So
you know, there's a mutuality about that connection, even though it's different, and there aren't the words so much. Communication is more through action than it is through words. And although you miss that, you miss the conversations that you used to have, there are things that compensate for that.
What's this one say? Oh, this is a long one. My darling Edie, I love the way your face lights up when we reunite after time away with a carer or day activity. I love the way you always say, "Hello darling, have you had a good day?" There's such joy in your voice and love in your eyes. You're so happy and full of energy when you come home. We've worked hard to create a home that
Suits.
suits us both so well and meets our needs now and into the future. I love the way you enjoy the changes we've made. I love it when you say, "I love our bathroom and I love our kitchen and I love our garden." My hope, like yours, is that we can live in it together for a very long time. I love it when you remember something you're not expected to remember, like a recent event or experience or name or word. It's such a delight to both of us when it happens. So often we're reminded of what you've forgotten or what you can no longer do. But today I just want to tell you how much I love it when you surprise yourself or friends or me. It takes us back to a time when we had your sharp and wonderful mind, and how we all love your quick and quirky sense of humour and play on words. How we both love it when we share a joke that sends us into uncontrollable laughter. You then add, "It's good, isn't it?"
Mm.
Pardon me.
Yeah,
That's a bit weak.
it is weak, Edie. It's weak and milky. Not the way.
Not strong and milky.
You think that's funny, don't you?
She's learnt over all these years. She's realised.
How do you like your tea? Strong and milky. Well, if that's strong and milky, I'll go here. It's weak and milky.
Yeah, no, you'd get into trouble if you made that, wouldn't you? Why do you think it's so funny?
I don't know. I just think it's funny.
It's like it's opposites, is it?
Oh, we can't afford to put that much milk in.
I shed tears at every letter I wrote, because every letter I wrote had memories and triggered memories that affected me, because a lot of those things we no longer have. But at the same time, it was such a good thing to be able to write down what I felt. It's such a good thing to know that Edie can look at those letters again and again, and I can actually read them again as well. Our Hearts Are Bigger comes out of our relationship. Our relationship is deeper. Our relationship means more to us than it ever has, although it's always been the most important thing in both our lives. But in terms of our relationship, both of us have had to make enormous shifts. We've had to be incredibly flexible. Our lives have been completely turned upside down.
You, dear Edie, are the kindest, most generous, loving person I've ever known. But the very best thing I love about you is your deep and unfailing love of me. How lucky was I to receive such unwavering loyalty, love and devotion all those years ago, and in return you can expect nothing less from me for the rest of your life. All my love forever, Anne. Oh, thank you, darling. That's beautiful.
One of the things that's really important for people who are working with people with dementia is to have a sense of their own feelings about dementia, but also to be in touch with their own sense of mortality. Because if they aren't, they're going to be in some sort of denial, or they're going to have a barrier between themselves and the person with dementia. And when you see people who are comfortable with themselves and communicating with people with dementia, it's a beautiful thing to see, because it's a person connecting with another person, and the fact that they have dementia is irrelevant, really. It's quite just love you so much.
That's all right. Have a big cry. Have a big cry.
Yeah, you'll see, I was meant for you, dear, and you were meant for me.